Oh, hello, hello, and welcome to my live. I'm going to get everything set up. Tonight, I want to talk to you guys about building wealth for your children. So, as you come on in, go ahead and put what state you're from, any questions that you may have, go ahead and put those in, and prayerfully, I will be able to see all of the comments. I haven't used Streamline in a while, but we are StreamYard in some time, but we are using it today. So as you come in, definitely welcome. Happy New Year. It is a new year. I'm excited for the new year. Hopefully you guys are as well. But my January 1st came in with a bang. When I say a bang, I mean a bang. It was absolutely already crazy, which lets me know that this is going to be an amazing year. It's going to be an amazing year. See a couple people coming on in, and I don't see it on Facebook, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it on this phone here. I want to start it here also because I see it. What's going on? What's going on? Christine Ill, and I am going to be talking about the wealth building plans that you can take out for your children. All right, for your children. So I'm not going to be here in here all day, all night, not at all. I actually have another appointment right after this one. So let me just go ahead and put in a couple of these notes in here. Again, you can go ahead and put the comments in. Prayerfully, I will be able to see them. If I can't, I'll catch you on the replay when I go back and watch it. For those who don't know me, my name is again Christine Ill. Most people know me from Christine Austin Ill. Been on YouTube since freaking 2014. Help individuals understand final expense insurance, and now I have expanded a couple years ago to become a broker, where now I have access to so many insurance carriers, but more importantly to a lot of different products and things that a lot of us were not privy to. A lot of people don't know about the different plans that are available to us. And so I just want to start really within this year coming to you guys and explaining some of these products. A lot of times we don't take advantage of different insurance because we don't understand them, right? We don't know if we would qualify for them or how it could fit for our family. And then we also have people that believe that it's going to be too expensive. And that is so far from the truth. Life insurance can be customized to your budget. All right. So again, tonight I posted this picture. I'm going to just pull this over. I posted the picture with the children that are in the background. If you're watching from the live, you'll see the children in the background in their beautiful suits. A lot of times I hear people, they talk about life insurance for kids, and they don't want to get life insurance. They're saying that, oh, I don't want to think about my children passing away. And it's not about your children passing away, right? Although children pass away every day, which is a sad, sad, sad thing, but they do. But more importantly, life insurance is based on your age and your health when you take out a policy. And I don't know how many times when I was in the field back in the day, right? And I would go into these seniors' homes and they would say, oh, yeah, I've had a policy since I was young. And they would have $100,000 policy paying $20, $30 a month. And I would automatically think that's not possible. You must have just accidental or a term policy. And here it was whole life. And the policy built cash. All right. So unfortunately, I cannot share my screen. Maybe the next time I'll figure out how to crop out insurance carriers' names and things like that, just so I don't get flagged. However, there are products that are out here that are very, very, very inexpensive. Okay. And you take advantage of it. I want to share an example of this one illustration is what I pulled up. This is going to be for, let me go back. This is for a $100,000 policy. $100,000 policy. This is for a 10-year-old. All right. For a 10-year-old, $100,000 policy. and you actually can start that policy for $40 a month. This is a female, healthy, no health issues at all. This is also one of the reasons why you want to start taking out plans for your children when they are young, because if they are diagnosed with anything, autism, um, anything honestly, like a ton. I was looking at comments on there on the other screen. If they're diagnosed with any type of pre-existing condition as a child, if they have diabetes, like, it is not unheard of. We just had an individual whose child is about 14 years old and has diabetes already. That is a knockout question as far as getting them regular whole life. I'm sure you may be able to put them on your work insurance as a writer, but that's a temporary plan. If you lose the job, or you quit, or you move forward, or anything, you no longer have that benefit. And if you are allowed to take the benefit, the price is definitely going to be triple because you are no longer paying the group rate. All right. So with the children, you are able to build a plan. Actually, you can, 40, 50-year-olds can also benefit if you're healthy, you're not, smoking marijuana, you don't have any DUIs. And I'm going to go in the knock question shortly so that you know whether or not this is something that you can take advantage of. And of course, my information is down at the bottom of the screen. You can schedule an appointment with me and I can help you understand it even more. And if it is something that can fit for you and your family. All right. So this example of a $100,000 policy for a 10-year-old, and the minimum monthly premium is $38. All right. So $40, I'm gonna round up. Now, in the event, God forbid, this child were to pass away in the first year, it's day one coverage. The family would get that 100,000 to be able to take care of whatever they needed. But more importantly, what I was talking about as far as the wealth building side, this child lives, right? As we want all of our children to live. And again, I'm looking at an illustration on my screen with a particular company. There's multiple companies that do this, and the illustrations can look a little bit different. Again, it just depends on the agent that's putting it together and your health age and things like that. But say this child, I just turned 50. All right. Yes, I just turned 50. And I wish my parents would have taken out a plan like this for me. Right now, at age 50, for this example, this child would have $69,000 sitting in the cash value. You heard me. 69,000 sitting in the cash value. Hey, I see we have some folks from South Carolina. Thank you. Welcome. $69,000. All right. Now, in this plan that I'm looking at, the individual, now the parent, of course, would have control over the monies while that child is, as long as they're still an owner of that policy, right? So there's $69,000 in that plan. If that child were to pass away, say at this age, they're 50 years old, and they never took out any of the cash value, the family actually would then have 169,000 worth of a life insurance benefit that would be paid out to the family, to whoever they put down as a beneficiary. All right. Now, some other individuals, I know if you on TikTok or Instagram, everybody's talking about infinite banking and being able to use your life insurance plans as your own bank and all of those things. Sure, you can, but that's not going to be your traditional whole life policies, not at all. Because depending on the life insurance plan, you take out the cash value and you die and you don't pay it back, that's going to come off of the face value. So example, if you had $50,000 whole life insurance traditional and you took out, say, 5,000, their cash value doesn't even grow that quickly, but say it had 5,000 and you died and never paid it back, your family now would only get 45,000 or less, depending on what the interest rate was on that loan, because it is a loan. Whereas some of these other plans, you can literally take a loan out on your policy, and it's a loan. So the policy is still operating as though the money is still sitting in there, and it's continuing to grow every year. Say this individual, this example of the 10-year-old with the original $100,000 plan that now at age 50 has grown to 169 or more. Again, this is just an example. They took out the 69,000 and then passed away. The family still gets that $100,000 policy, right? and say they're 50 and they're happy and they're not going to die and they're like me, right? Full of life and just ready to do all the things. They could take out that money and buy another piece of property, put it into Airbnb, and now start generating some income for the family, right? And now they can even start paying that loan back. And now that's adding more value to that policy and it's continuing to grow. That's the concept of that infinite banking, right? Too many people call, us agents and they say, well, I thought that I can put in, the $100 a month or $200 a month, then in 45 days take out 10,000. That is not how it works. All right. That is not how it works. However, if you had a lump sum of monies that you wanted to put into your policy, sure, the way that the plan can be set up is then you would be putting that money into your cash value and then having a policy set up where you can then take a loan off of your own money. That is a concept of the infant banking, right? But today I want to talk about these kids. By all means, you adults, if you want to learn more about that and see how that can fit into your portfolio, go ahead and hit me up. My number is still the 412-609-6264, but you can go to my link, which is the is right down here on the screen. And for you guys over here, it's lifenowgroup.as.me/consult. And you can jump on my calendar. Now, what are the scout questions? Because it's very important to understand everybody does not qualify for these type of plans. All right. Sure, some of these insurance carriers will say individuals from the age of 0 up to age 75 can take advantage of the plan, but you have to be healthy. All right. Let me go through some of the things that you could not qualify, and as an adult or even a young adult. If there's any felonies, no felonies. All right. And there's companies that say within the past 10 years or any pending charges. So you can apply if it's older than 10 years. There's not a guarantee, but you can try. So no felonies or misdemeanors. No alcohol or drug abuse within the past 10 years. That means that you have been going to a facility or you are taking some kind of medication that's helping you from taking drugs or alcohol. Not the normal person that's out binge drinking every weekend, talking about serious individuals that had to get medication or had to go into a facility. All right. DUIs within the past 5 years. No DUIs, no driving under the influence, no hit and runs, reckless driving, speeding over 90 miles per hour, no accidents, car accidents resulting in injury because of driving, no anybody that was caught with driving without a license. So they want to make sure that these individuals that are taking out these plans can truly benefit, because the longer that you have your plan, the more it's going to grow, right? It's compounding interest that's going to grow. So they want to make sure that you're healthy and you're not trying to get a policy and then, kill yourself in an accident because you're drinking and driving and then they have to pay out. So that's one of the things. So some of the medical knockouts will be like lupus. I can't even say this word, scleroderma. Forgive me for that. Individuals that are obese. If you are 18 to 40% over your BMI, so if you're too obese, you can't qualify. All right. If your blood pressure is too high, if you've had complications and had to be hospitalized, you don't qualify. Now, if you're the parent and you have all these issues and you're taking out a plan for your young adults, children, whether they're 30, 20, 10, 9, 2, it doesn't matter your health condition. It depends on the applicant. All right. So there have been individuals that have been able to take advantage of this benefit by means of putting the plan out on their children. At least it's not, like back in the day where parents were taking a light bill and a cable bill and in the kids' names. This is actually something that's going to benefit everybody. All right. So this again, these are the knockouts for the applicant. Cancers within the last 10 years, except for skin cancer and basal cell cancer, those are fine. Any type of heart disease, heart failure, all right, stents, any of those things. your cholesterol over 350, diabetes, if you were under the age of 30 when you were diagnosed with diabetes, you don't qualify for a wealth building plan. Again, if you're the applicant, you can own a policy like this for your children. Um, Disabilities, unable to work more than 30 consecutive days in a month, all right, because of some type of illness, then you wouldn't qualify. Anxiety, depression, this is also a reason why it is very important to get your children and young adults covered immediately before anything happens, because depression and anxiety is huge. It's huge. Almost everyone is on some kind of medication dealing with that, especially at this point since, we just had this pandemic. I'm seeing more and more of that now. So if you've had any complications with that, bipolar, and you can get a plan like this if you have diabetes, or excuse me, if you have anxiety or depression, as long as you have not complications, meaning that you've not had to go into the hospital, all right, or you haven't tried to commit suicide, things like that, which happen every day. So being hospitalized, right, because of that depression. And then any organ transplants at all, you would not qualify for these plans. And then COPD, that's a lung disease, any kind of lung diseases, chronic bronchitis, sleep apnea with oxygen, you would not qualify for these plans. All right. But again, even though you may have those and you're the adult, you have those type of ailments, you can take out a policy on your children. You would own the policy, which means you own the cash that's building in the policy. Okay, so you do own that. You can build up the wealth for your child, and then you can transfer the ownership to that child when they become an adult, right? Even if you were to pass away, it does not automatically cancel out that policy. It doesn't. The beneficiary can then become the owner, or if that child is of age, they can become the owner of that policy. And depending on the carrier, they'll have 30 to 60 to 90 days to make that change. All right. These plans are amazing. There's so many different benefits that are out here. And unfortunately, we call individuals and they say, "Oh, I have life insurance." Sure, you have life insurance, but what kind of life insurance do you have? There's a ton of different types of plans for different times of your life, different circumstances, and a lot of us are underinsured. A lot of us have plans that we bought because our friend, our cousin, our boyfriend, our wives, whoever was selling insurance, and you went and got a policy to help them out and never really took the time to understand or learn what it is that you have, right? Individuals that have called recently, and here they had an accidental policy, and I'm like, wow, thank God that they did have a final expense plan with me from before, but the other plans, they were only accident. And here the family's thinking that they have enough to cover their mortgage, and they don't, right? So having wealth built in your policies is better every day of the week than putting money in a savings account or a checking account, because if anybody is saving money, that you're not getting any interest, hardly any at all, at the end of that year, right? Hardly anything. I think what, maybe 1%. Whereas putting your money in a policy, and again, it has to be the right type of policy, you could earn anywhere from 6 to 10 to 12% interest on your dollar. And sure, you can take your money when you need to have that money. Not too long ago, I took a loan out on one of my policies, and they wired it right in my bank account. No problem. That's my life insurance. Thank God for that, right? So I want you guys to really think about, what I'm talking about today. This is, again, a very short video. Just wanted to share an example of how inexpensive a plan can be if you are looking and shopping around. Even if somebody told you that you do not qualify for more than 10,000, more than 5,000, 10,000, more than 15,000 because of your health, that just meant that you didn't qualify for that plan. All right. There's a lot of other carriers. There's a lot of other companies that would rate some people like COPD, day one coverage, right? So, guys, let's stop procrastinating on taking care of business. 2024. My saying this year is going for more in 2024, going for more knowledge, going for more, helping more clients, making sure that more of my family members are taken care of and that we have the plans that we need. Just really going for more because people are passing away every day, and a lot of them are young, and there's no reason. I don't know how many people are like they just went to sleep and didn't wake up, and the autopsy came back that it was just natural causes. It's crazy. Don't let that happen to your family. All right. But right now, we're talking about these babies. Let's help them be able to have money for college, to have money for their first vehicle. Because I don't know about you guys, but every time I get a lump sum of money in that savings account, something is going on where I got to pull and help the family, right? We got a lot going on with my mom right now. And it's like, yo, but that money that's sitting in that life insurance is steady building, steady growing. And my goal for my plan is not because I don't have any young children anymore. And obviously, all of my kids have the plan, but I want to be able to use the money that's growing for retirement. So that is another option that you can use these benefits for also. Let's get these babies protected, pennies on a dollar. It's locked in no matter what happens in their life, no matter what kind of pre existing conditions happen. After you have them locked in, they are protected. Go ahead and hit me up, 412-609-6264. If you'd like to learn how you can help your community, help the individuals that you know by providing these type of plans, I am hiring. Um, Feel free to go ahead, same link, and schedule the time to talk about the business opportunity as well. You will have to get licensed. There is additional testing that you would have to do in order to be able to provide a lot of these plans, and it's worth it. It is absolutely worth it. My job is simply to try to help change people's financial picture today, as well as your family whenever you leave tomorrow. So I'm out. God bless you. Continue to take care of you. And Happy New Year. Look forward to serving you soon. Peace.